Hi everyone. So today my happiness has been centered quite strongly around food, which is going to sound really interesting, or weird perhaps. So this morning when I woke up, I decided I don't often have breakfast. I tend to skip it. But today I kind of woke up and I was like, you know what, I'm quite hungry actually. So I went downstairs and I cut up some watermelon that had been on the side, on the kitchen side, and like unopened so far. It's now chilling in the fridge for tomorrow. And made a cup of tea, and actually that was really nice. It was a really refreshing start to the day, but it didn't last very long. By the afternoon, I was actually quite hungry again, so I had like something light in the afternoon. So that was the thing. Like it was really good because it was really refreshing, got it all going. Like woke me up really well. But towards the afternoon, I was like, it wasn't long lasting. So I'm thinking tomorrow if I do the same, I might have watermelon, but also like a bowl of shreddies, just like kind of put them both together, get them all started, like a really good healthy breakfast to start the day off. See whether that's better. If it is better, if it works and lasts longer, then I might start having breakfast longer, because I was talking to my dad about this recently, saying about how when I just have cereal, I feel like a few hours later I'm hungry again. It doesn't last very long, and he said that he gets the same thing. So unless like you have like quite a substantial breakfast, which everyone knows you need the time for it, it feels like you might as well just skip it and until later in the day when you have something like lunch, which is going to be bigger. But I don't know. I'll try out tomorrow, see what happens. Then this evening it was my turn to cook. Basically, me and one of my housemates, Ellie, we alternate once a week. Each of us will cook. So I cook on Wednesdays, she cooks on Fridays. Um, and I did a roast. It was a roast chicken with roast potatoes, mashed potato, peas, small baby corns, and Yorkshire pudding, which I actually made from scratch. That was really interesting. It tasted a bit pancakey rather than Yorkshire pudding, like a Yorkshire pudding, but it was really nice all the same. So that was I was so excited about it all day because I'd had my roast chicken was in the fridge defrosting, so I took it out this morning, put it on the side on a plate just in case it still need to go through, which it didn't. Thank God, it was fine because it'd been in the fridge for a couple of days to defrost. Um, but yeah, it was just really nice. I was like getting really excited about it because I was like, right, if I start cooking at this time, then it should be ready by this time. But then this was like 2 hours before I was meant to start cooking. I was like, right, what should I do? I really want to start cooking. So yeah, eventually got around to that. I made us a really nice dinner. We were both stuffed by the end of it. There was so much food. So yeah, I was really happy about that. I was happy with the turnout of it. It all went really well, apart from the not so well Yorkshire pudding. Maybe next time I'll just stick to buying it from the shop from Sainsbury's. But yeah, so that was it. It was all centered around food today, but it was really nice. We've just been watching the Brit Awards. Some of them, like the winners, been quite surprising. Some of them not so much. I'm not sure about the performances though. I have to admit. I mean, I've seen Beyonce, which I had been really excited about. Ellie Goulding. Who else was it? It was Lord and Disclosure, and then I just watched. I stopped watching now. It's about yeah, they've got about 5 minutes left now, but I'm not watching anymore. The last one I saw was Bastille and Rudimental, but I felt like Beyonce. There was something about it. Like I love her to pieces. Like most people do. I don't think I've ever come across someone where I've been like, "Do you like Beyonce?" and they're like, "No," which is quite surprising actually. She really is like a world star, but I personally, and I think my housemate agreed because it's only the two of us watching at this point. Me and Ellie kind of agreed that it was quite boring. And she's usually not known for that, but it was her song XO. But then I have heard that her latest album, the one that she did overnight, I don't know the name of it, that it's not all that good. Um, so I don't know. It's just a bit. It was a ballad, I think. Yeah, it was a ballad, and so there was just something about it though that was missing. It didn't have that Beyonce spark to it. And then Ellie Goulding, I felt was she's usually really good as well. Like I've only recently gotten into her music. It was because of that Burn song that she's just done, and that's what she was singing tonight. She was singing Burn, but even that she was very. That one wasn't so boring. It had a lot of dancers on there, but she was jumping around and she was getting really into it. But then because of that, she was quite breathless, and so her control of her voice, her stamina wasn't really helping the song. And the song in itself, it needs the oomph of it, it needs the power. Because I always feel with Ellie Goulding songs that they're so repetitive, like it's the same lines over and over again. So usually, like, especially with the Burn song, I think the backbeat of it really helps, and you've got the music behind it, which just like gives it something extra. But because the singing wasn't exactly there, it just kind of missed. Um, and then Lord was really good, and Disclosure was really good, but they were kind of separate. It was meant to be a collaboration, but they Lord went, and there was a bit of Disclosure in the background, and then Disclosure sang. I think she sang White Noise, but even that, it was like, well, you're meant to be a collaboration, but you're not really collaborating. It's one going, then the other. So I was a bit disappointed with that. And even the same happened with Rudimental and Bastille, but towards the end, they started singing together. It kind of like really came together, and I really like Bastille and Rudimental. Not saying I don't like the others, because I like all of them, but I just think they gave a more rounded performance. It flowed better. I just personally liked it better. So that's been my day today, and that has been my happiness. Been cooking and eating, so much eating, and the Brit Awards. So that is the three today.